what is it called? Rules for tourists. Test for Egypt. 16 more foreigners. What the fuck is this? No tattoos. You tripping? They have laws? Yeah, laws type shit. But, you know what I'm saying? It's Japanese people, so, you know what I'm saying? If they can live with these laws, you know what I'm saying? We can too. We straight. Niggas have octopus on a stick.
Japan has a rich and complex culture that make it a favorite travel destination of many, but it also makes the country really easy for tourists to embarrass themselves in. Here are 11 things that you should absolutely not do while in Japan. Number 1. Don't tip.
Don't
Tipping
tip.
is not a part of Japanese culture, and someone will probably come running after you with your money if you do. Now, in some restaurants, you'll see a vending machine where you just insert your money and you choose whatever food item you want, so there's actually no waiter that you could tip. Either way, don't leave a tip because it's actually considered insulting to the waiter. Number 2.
Why?
Cover your tattoos. Tattoos
Cover?
in Japan are generally associated with criminals and yakuza. Because of this, tattoos are frowned upon in Japanese society, and most pools and bathhouses bar anyone with a tattoo from entering.
Wow.
Number 3. Don't hand cash to cashiers.
Well, I'm done. I'm done. How do I put makeup on this shit, bro? Makeup doesn't work. How do I put makeup on this? That's wow, that's fucked up, Japan, bro. It's just one tat.
Now, this may seem like a contradictory statement, but in Japan, almost every convenience store will use a tray that you're supposed to place the money on. This is
And you
used
have
as
it on your
convenience so
hand?
the coins don't fall everywhere, and also so that everyone can see exactly what's happening with the money at all times.
What? Excuse me?
Now, this
Don't hand cash to cashier.
may seem like a contradictory statement, but in Japan, almost every convenience store will use a tray that you're supposed to place the money on. This is used at a convenience so that the coins don't fall everywhere, and also so that everyone can see exactly what's happening with the money at all times.
This shit feel like North Korea. What if somebody just run out of the store with that shit? Japan is very respectful. Unless it's like, you know what I'm saying, like a tourist or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Some broke mother or some there do be some bad apple, some crazy motherfucker. I feel like people, you know what I'm saying, will respect it. Maybe.
Number 4. Japanese only.
Do tourists get robbed? I've been hearing stories about tourists getting robbed in like foreign countries and shit like that, like Mexico.
Restaurants. Now, this may seem kind of crazy, but some Japanese restaurants will not allow
So watch
any
out for that,
foreigners into
maybe.
their establishments. That is because while the Japanese can be very friendly and welcoming, there are some aspects of their culture that make them a little xenophobic. There's really no way to tell whether or not a restaurant is Japanese only, but you'll
And I heard, yeah, bro. I heard they're hella like, not racist, but very stereotypical when it comes to other non-Japanese, like black people. You feel
know
me?
pretty quickly as
Ooh, I seen this one video about how it is to be a black person in Japan. We need to watch that.
soon as you walk in. Usually what happens is a waiter will wave his or her hands no, you'll be told to leave, or any combination of those.
I need to go with somebody that knows. Yeah, for real. For real. We need like I don't know. What's one of those? What are those people called? Not a. What are they called?
Number 5.
We need somebody.
Don't talk on trains.
No, don't
The volume
talk. Don't talk on trains.
Your voice is extremely important in Japan, as
I
everyone
guess this is a director. There was another name I was thinking about, but yeah.
is hyper aware and very respectful that they share their space with others. That means talking loudly or speaking on the phone in trains is a definite no, and you should avoid it as best you can.
Man, why? Why? Tour guide? Yeah, tour guide.
Number 6. Proper chopstick use. This is a big one because chopsticks are used to eat almost everything in Japan. The main things not to do with your chopsticks are not to eat directly from common dishes, always take the food and put it on your plate first and then eat it, don't point chopsticks at people as is considered very rude, don't cross them and don't leave them sticking out of a rice bowl as that is part of funeral ceremonies.
What? What? Hold on, bro. Y'all niggas tripping.
To do with your chopsticks. Chopstick use.
Proper
This is a big one because chopsticks are used to eat almost everything in Japan. The main things not to do with your chopsticks are not to eat directly from common dishes.
So what does that mean, though? So you can't, like, get food with your chopsticks and put it onto your plate, or you can't use other utensils?
Always take the food and put it on your plate first and then eat it. Don't.
What? I don't understand. I deadass don't understand.
Not to eat directly from common dish pan. The main things not to do with your chopsticks are not to eat directly from common dishes.
What does that mean?
Always take the food and put it on your plate first and then eat it. Don't point
What? What does that mean?
chopsticks at people as is considered very rude. Don't cross them and don't leave them sticking out
Don't cross them?
of a rice bowl as that is part of funeral ceremonies. And don't rub your chopsticks together after you break them apart because that's rude and disrespectful to the chef by assuming he purchases poor quality chopsticks.
I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas' feelings, bro. Okay, this is why I live in Maryland and they live in Japan. But dead ass, like, why should I care if they take offense?
Number 7. Don't wear shoes in the house.
Yeah, this is normal.
Like most people, the Japanese don't want the dirt from outside getting in the house. They take it one step further though and provide slippers and shoe cubbies.
Yeah, I peeped. I heard.
Some restaurants will ask customers.
They saying don't get the chopsticks and directly put them in your mouth after putting them in your food. So, like, don't, like, hold them in your mouth? Like type shit? Yeah, put the food on your plate. And then start eating them? Oh, you can't, like, eat out the, you know what I'm saying, the bowl or whatever that they're serving from? Okay, that's normal. That's normal.
Customers to take their shoes off before coming inside. Number 8. Drinking etiquette. This is a big one if you go out with any Japanese while in Japan. There are subtle rituals that show respect towards the person you're drinking with. The first is whenever you receive a drink, always receive it with 2 hands to show respect towards the person pouring.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Just pull me up.
Never pour your own drink.
Give me the potion.
It's selfish.
Okay.
You should pour others' drinks and then put the bottle down and someone else will take it up and pour your drink for you. If you're not trying to get absolutely hammered, make sure that when you're done, you leave your drink full. Because the way it works is whenever someone sees an empty glass, they'll just immediately pour you another one. Things can get crazy pretty quickly if you're not careful.
Oh my god. 2 hands? Nigga, are we in, like, kindergarten, mommy? Can you make me a plate? Like, bro.
Number 9. How not to eat sushi. Fish have been the central part of the Japanese diet for centuries, and they've developed tons of different ways to better enjoy the fish. So it's not a bad idea to get to know some of them. The first mistake that most people make is ordering a bunch of sushi at once, instead of a little bit at a time, which they recommend. It's because the temperature of the fish actually matters, and you're supposed to eat it as soon as it comes onto your plate. That's why you sit right at the bar in most sushi places in Japan. The next big mistake that people make is dunking the rice directly into the soy sauce, which makes it absorb way too much. The correct way to do it, if you're going to do it at all, is to flip the fish over so that just the backside of the fish touches the soy sauce. This allows the soy sauce to enhance the flavor of the fish, but without drowning it out.
They probably got way more than this. That's a thing.
Number 10. Don't expect to use your card. Japan is a cash-based society.
Well, it's up for me.
And they're generally skeptical of credit cards. So almost every place that you'll visit will
I do not carry cash on me, bro.
use cash.
Especially not Japanese dong or whatever. What did they call it? Yen?
Don't worry though, because the
I don't use that
7-Eleven
shit.
ATMs will work with any card and are open 24 hours a day. It's not unusual for Japanese businessmen to grab 30 or 40,000 yen before they leave the house. Like I said, everything here is done in cash. Last but not least, number 11, receiving business cards. This is another good one if you plan on meeting people while in Japan. When exchanging business cards, always receive the card with 2 hands and study it carefully before putting it away. Don't shove it into your back pocket carelessly, as it may be interpreted as being rude. It's best to carefully place it into your wallet.
These niggas get hurt. These niggas get hurt
To show that you
so
respect
easily.
them and the business they work for. If you stuck around to the end of the video, thank you, it means a lot. Click on the video on the top left to see what you should do while in Tokyo.
I guess it's just like a respect thing type shit. Rude this, rude that.
That might get you arrested.
This is what we need to know. This is what we need to know. This ain't Vegas, bro. We
Over the
gotta
years,
chill.
I've come across some Japanese laws that aren't completely obvious, especially those visiting Japan. So I wanted to make this fun video and share it all with you. In fact, these Japanese laws are ones that many
Hold on, let me switch my camera real quick. Hey.
Japanese consider manners or common sense, but they've taken it one step further and made it official law, just in case someone decides to go
yeah.
against the grain.
Yeah,
Whether or
bro.
not Japanese
But
authorities
hey,
not-
shit. I mean, I don't know. It's weird for us because we're Americans, I guess, and niggas really don't care down here. This is just the way they were raised, I guess, bro.
It's a good though, maybe a different story.
It's working, I guess. This nigga wearing a Marilyn Manson t-shirt. It's working, I guess, bro. They ain't got no trash on their ground. It probably smelled like flowers and shit, rose petals or whatever. Everybody wearing a mask.
But nonetheless, these laws are maybe one of the reasons why things
Niggas don't freaking piss in train stations.
in Japan stay
They don't be big ass rats.
order. But before I start this video,
Niggas don't get
always, want to see
robbed
what I'm doing on the day.
as
Check out
much.
my Instagram account if you want help support the channel. Check out the Shibuya merch, and if you have any questions about Japan or your Japan travels, check out my Discord community. All right, let's get this list started.
Join his
Number one,
Discord,
cutting
y'all.
in line to buy tickets. Believe it or not, the act of cutting in line to get on the train or to buy your train tickets could get you fined or arrested in Japan. This, like many items on today's list,
What do you mean
falls under
fined or
Japan's
arrested?
Keihan Zaiho, or minor crime law, which is sometimes explained as a law that stipulates the minimum level of morality that citizens should observe in their daily lives.
Yeah,
and it
they're
targets
they're
bad
big on
acts that are
morale.
often seen in
They're
daily
big on death before dishonor. Big morale people. Is somebody taking too long? Kay, you can't just. I mean, that's rude as fucking America. It's not illegal, but that shit low key disrespectful in America too.
life. All
You can't just cut in line, my niggas.
minor crime law violators could face a fine between about $10 to $100 or jail time of 1 to 30 days. Keep
1 to 30 days.
this punishment in mind for the rest of this video for anything pertaining to the minor crime law. So yeah, be careful before you decide to cut in line and interrupt the flow of business, as this law applies to other public forms of transportation as well as other public events. To say the least, Japanese are serious about their lines. Number 2, challenging someone or accepting a
This nigga smiles so much. You have. Your teeth are too big to be smiling this much.
fight. In Japan, there's a law that says there shall be no dueling. So anyone who initiates a fight or the person who fights back, even witnesses or the person that provides the venue can all be
Wait. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Number 2, challenging someone or accepting a fight. In Japan, there's a law that says there shall be no dueling. So anyone who initiates a fight or the person who fights back, even witnesses or the person that provides the venue can all be punished under this law. It dates back to 8
So the person just watching could get in trouble too?
witnesses or the dueling. So anyone who initiates a fight, or the person who fights back, even witnesses or
Witnesses?
the person that provides the venue can all be punished under this law.
The person providing the venue. Oh my god, I'll be sick. I'll be sick. I'd be damned, bro. If I'm in Japan and a fight breaks out, I peek over to the corner, bro, and I get put into jail, bro. I'd be sick. I'd be sick to my stomach. Or if I host a venue and I'm out, bro, and somebody get into a fight in my venue and I gotta suffer because they want to fight, bro, I'll be done, bro. And if a nigga try to beat me up and I can't do shit about it because I'm gonna get arrested too, oh my god, bro. Japan gonna hate me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They gonna hate me. I'm not even a bad person in the U.S., but to Japan niggas, I'm horrible.
Dates back to 1889 with a punishment of 6 months to 2 years, but for more than 100 years it was considered a dead law, with only a few cases of its application. But since 1989 it was suddenly applied to a one-on-one fight, and there have been many cases since then. Nowadays, challenging someone to a fight or accepting a fight, whether it be verbally...
That's why you gotta do it in them hallways. What's it called? Those alleyways. That's where you gotta do it.
email, message board, etc. can still get you 6 months to 2 years.
Get your
while
ones in
the actual
peace.
Fight will up it from 2 to 5 years. If
2 to
somehow you
5
force someone to
years.
fight, you can get fined starting from
15 years in prison. Accepting a fight, 6 months to 2 years in prison. Nigga, I'll be sick, bro. That's nothing in the U.S., bro. I'll be damn 5 years. That's a long ass time, bro.
about $5,000 and face up to 15 years in prison. Spectators are also on the hook and can get between
1 year in prison for just... What is a spectator supposed to do? Like, stop them niggas? 1 year.
1 month to 1 year imprisonment. Sounds like flight is the best option in Japan. Number 3, giving the wrong direction to a delivery person. So the act of lying when asked for directions could land you in some hot water in Japan. And it actually violates 2 Japanese laws. The first crime is interfering with the business of another person via prank, as defined by the minor crime law, while the second crime is the obstruction of business by deception, which is defined by Article 233 of the Japanese Penal Code, punishable
What if it was an accident?
up to about $5,000 or up to 3 years.
What if it was like an
It's
accident?
obviously more severe than the minor crime law's punishment. Which law applies
Is it the same in China?
will depend on the severity of the malicious.
What's China like? I heard China way more strict with that shit though.
So, pranksters, be warned. Number 4, dumpster diving. In this case, another man's trash may not be another man's treasure. In Japan, garbage disposal, believe it or not, is big business, as waste collected from residents is likely resold to recyclers.
Look at this nigga. Look at him. Look at him contemplating.
Topic for local governments. So much so that many have enacted
You better
city
chill, boy.
ordinances
You better
preventing
chill.
anyone but designated personnel
I think
from
China is
taking
way
away
more
his
strict.
trash.
Yeah,
In other
bro.
words, taking someone
Probably.
else's trash is a punishable offense in Japan and on several different levels. First, a violation of city regulations punishable by fines. Then, a theft crime, as waste discharged from households is considered property of the city, punishable up to about $5,000 or up to 10 years, which is obviously more severe than the minor crime law's punishment. Also, a home invasion crime if the garbage dump is on a non-public road or apartment premises, which is trespassing and is fined up to about $1,000.
So home invasion / trespassing is 3 years, but theft crime is 10 years. Just by like picking a nigga trash, getting a nigga trash. So do they have homeless people there? That is probably. I feel like there's homeless people everywhere, but I never seen a homeless person in Japan. That's a thing. I never seen a homeless person in Japan.
Or up to 3 years.
So what the fuck do they do? Do they go to jail?
years in prison. Finally, it also violates the minor crime law by entering a prohibited place without justifiable reason, and again punishable under Japan's minor crime law. For example, in November of 2018, a female in her 60s was reported by neighbors and then arrested for stealing cans from a local city garbage dump site. In reality, she was collecting the cans as a form of goodwill, working towards 1,200 kilograms of aluminum cans so she could donate it to the City Council of Social Welfare. She had already contributed 4 wheelchairs prior in the same way. Nonetheless, it was still considered theft in Japan, and she was lightly punished. So I guess in Japan, another man's trash will just get you arrested. So before we continue on, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor for this video.
Can this nigga
If you don't already know,
stop
Squarespace is
looking
the
at
one
me?
way to build your online presence. If you watch any of my videos, you know I love Squarespace, and here are some of the reasons why. Whether you're starting your .com/Paulo from Tokyo and get 10% off your first domain or website. Alright,
Wait a
let's
bit,
continue
my
on with
tongue.
this list. Number 5, stopping a wedding. You've probably seen in the movies where the minister goes, does anyone object to this wedding? And a guy stands up and says, I do. Well, something like that could be a punishable crime here in Japan if done as a prank. Japan's minor crime law says you may not interfere with public and private ceremonies as a prank, whether it be a wedding or other ceremonies like
Whose wedding would y'all interrupt? I can't think of Zendaya. I would interrupt Zendaya's wedding. Who else? Rihanna. Boogies. Wow. Let that nigga be happy. Wow.
graduation
K
or
jealous.
entrance ceremony. Now,
K be jealous.
if the prank interferes with a business like the wedding hall and has the intent to assault, threaten, intimidate, etc., it could violate Japan's penal code, obstruction of business, with a more severe punishment of about $1,000 or 1 year in prison.
If
so
you
does
get
anyone
married.
object to this wedding?
I might have to kill
I
you.
guess not. Let's move on. Number 6, ice cream in the mailpost. Really? This one's on the list?
Ice cream
Yep, I guess so.
in the
It's
mailbox.
illegal in Japan to put ice cream in the mailpost. Under Article 78 of the Postal Act,
Why specifically ice cream?
any person
And why can't I get married, Kay?
who damages or otherwise obstructs the mail service by damaging property used exclusively
Let me be
for
happy.
mail or property
That's
actually
crazy,
used
bro.
for mail service is punishable up to about
So what if I put spaghetti in that bitch? What y'all gonna do?
$1,000 or 5 years.
It's like-
in prison. Unfortunately, it's happened more than
Whoa.
once. A 19-year-old Tokyo male threw a half-eaten ice cream in a post box, ruining 67 pieces of mail. 62
Oh,
of which
wow.
were New Year's cards. And a 42-year Saitama male threw a stick of ice cream into a post box right in front of the post office and was soon
Not gonna lie,
arrested.
that's
Oh,
dumb as fuck. Like, why would you do that? What the fuck?
Breaking news, the postal workers wiped off all of the New Year's cards and delivered the 67 pieces of mail to the recipients while apologizing. Gotta love
I'm gonna be jealous.
Japan. And number 7, spitting on the street. Well, damn, this could ruin some people's
That's
holidays. Any person who spits or urinates or causes others to spit or urinate in the street, park, or places where the public congregate violate the minor crime law and is punishable as mentioned before. This minor crime law was established to maintain public hygiene and public morality. For example, in May 2020, a male in his 60s was charged in Osaka for spitting in front of a Japanese pickle shop. Apparently, the store had been filing complaints against the man's violent actions for about 1 year, and the police finally arrested him at the scene of the crime. So yeah,
How long
spit,
in
pee,
prison?
Or poop on Japan. And there you go.
How
Let
long?
me know what you
How long
think.
do I stay in jail if I spit in Japan? Can't spit. I guess you gotta put your shit in like a freaking napkin or whatever, and then throw it away. I understand where they coming from, like, you know what I'm saying, big on respect, big on morale, death before dishonor type shit. But like, as an American, this is just normal stuff we're just used to. This is just normal stuff our filter has just been used to. And to them it's just crazy rude and disrespectful. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's crazy how desensitized we are.